ma wo nti what is Burkina Faso omo first president Fani Yamiogo Ivory Coast first president Hofua Boanye me pacho enye independence bia and how come say you see economy no French for ensem besi ne call kura ye we call on the phone your taxi at France in any French speaking country and almost sports stadium now near African Cup come no French government there
okay
nti sa woni mo beka so Ghana we say gu na Ivory Coast the omo your friend say Air Cote d'Ivoire me pacho Air Cote d'Ivoire is the West African name for Air France nti pilot in 99% ya brofo da bia me furu bi na me ka kire and all the French speaking countries any central bank is a Ghana or Bank of Ghana ya ye twa ye cedi no and Nigeria for twa naira no me pacho wo musika na ya trust CFA a currency for French Africa. Enti no, omo National Bank no of France, abrofo na hweso ne ye tua wonka before tua wonka. And omo ko omo export omo bibia kwa France na ya mamo kakra. Oh. Afi what you say omo bibia kwa France. Enti say we are Ghana ni na out na so Ivory Coast where you fam pedua ne bo of mpacho man nya one deal. Ivory Coast mine ye French government in the property. Into France of one actually nipo be the president ni nipo be minister ni nipo be MP. You discussing over France. Unlike
that reflective.
Now reflect and say you did ni krata anymore so I farm had one come.
That is interesting.
What you say?
Yeah.
Aha. In the case of Ghana, a revolution is not suitable because country ni ya there. Ghana no, a country, mine. 1957 ya je fa hudi nanka matem ho fo ne say matem fo je bi dan kwam wonu masema mo ka kire Ghana fo enka Queen Elizabeth tiri no kura de yesika omo ye nkoso na so because obufusa nkromatin baba aba beda so say ye dada wo mu onye wo mu fault nsema me no wo ka ne sisi mo mu bebre ni me fe na wo ti ase
yeah and the feedback I'm getting now man force we nyante ase wo ho
very good in the case of Ghana you don't need the revolution because country ni ye yan yadia
mwa ema omo enya ahoto ene nkwani mu na omo tenaske kan ho bom a through the means omo betumi use no se kukura na aye what I say and it has happened quite recently ewo Burkina na o share said the Burkina for the no esi no h3 any interventions are through the coup maker no happen to the country and of course ma Africa nyina sa height na sa so Africa we can do this and no money are there na stress as I said now, no ye nyina ye dey support it. Now in another sense, no we so be feel say no be onam cool so ba to me mu de. Ye den a democratic country sir. Ye no ye ni suade hu no say ye be ka bi ma menka bi. Ye ntwitu ene agyan emfa mpre to me and all that no. Now we have to support such cause. You know, until no hu ni mu de na ye ba beje hu ncheche de fe opani. Hotel opani o ba ya mpa to ye sha asem free ha.
Yo medasi papa. Well, see a shasi ha ne bekano ene se Burkina Faso sene Ghana for ye ka potokase fe ne English o mo no ka French na se ye bekọ abako se mu kakra ye behu se in the case of Ghana wo mo ebedi ye so no ene enyiresi abrofo and say Great Britain na Great Britain ewo adwen bi se enam se ahemfo ne di won so ana ahema at least Ghana ni bia nim say nanuya na oba bi wu ye fa ne Queen Elizabeth II ne ba Charles so ebedi nti sa institutions na omo aba beto ewo omo territories ne mo no eno no mbe build omo develop wa ne bedroom re bia safo no etumi edi won ho so no ombe jai oman no ede ama won enti no Britain for war adwen say wo mo beboa ye ne hunisania ye behwe ya ye ho so ye hu ye ho so hwe wi a ombekọ won baabi sa policy no enti amma Britain for amfa won nipa bebre amma oman we say mu imagine say oman kakraka we na forts and castles so mu won kakra bi won poano enti in the interior no broni bia eni ho Ghana no broni bia eni ho ana omu yusu ya hemfo eno so kan ho na di problem dia ba boko no nti wo kasa na bibia betom ndi ye fie de na me solve eno ketu abimi ansa na yakoye ni
okay
nti wo so mu duru sire mu no eye upper east wo sisi ya boko problem aba
yes
obi a o tie mi a wakan chinua achebe ni book bi afa na things fall apart okonko wo kan se bibini bia enhwehwe sa krata ni bi enkan na SHS for no aba yan shada nkyere mo
no na ye kan ye batch no but I think recent for you there
wo munye na what
This is Angel 102.9
okay things fall apart wo be hu se ibofo no ye wo mu a in sociology and anthropology efra wo mu acephalous society e kire se saafo no omu ye decentralized omu nima hemfo nti wo ko not wona ye fra mu tendana they said they are owners of the land and close to their gods obia ne compound kakra ni nafu a waye no ho no e ho no wahenie no epem nti na wo ko iba obia ye igwe obia ye chief as opposed to centralized societies like Ashanti, like Dagomba. What I said, all the accounts, centralized. Until no, almost South Ghana, brofi.
Yes.
About South Ghana, who say centralized, you know, they work through the chiefs. Or flower hen and no ekasa. No kasa. Ya jeje lampo jiwo biya sika ni entia ye hie sika na ese ye yika kwan ese ye market ese ye janan bia ese ye pipe ohene ti ase awie pe wawie ono no nim asem obeka kire ne mindful mbeti ase na nsa ka sika no nti ade broni de emano na nanso ya recognize nsa ka ne de
okay
na nyina work kama especially accounts ne Dagomba they very highly centralized into no problem gonja the same na momo no upper east ho no especially kusasifwe omuni mahenie na de ban nti wo mu nua no mamprisifwe ka won ho omte won ba bi no no mu ye highly centralized nti because mamprisi ye part of the Mole Dabani kingdom
okay
nti omo centralized system of government very well structured hierarchy enti with this no na yese abrofo no nam eyifo so mamprisifo so ede jeje wo lampo no won bibi ombeye until with that it led to the recognition of the Mamprisi people as the owners of the land when in fact the Mamprisi were only brought in to protect the your friend is saying Kusasis during the reign of him your friend na tabia and obe protecting one against Buzanga for okan Buzanga ombube for busa for
abusa
your bulsa
BUILSA no, that's different okay
just to protect them
okay
now brofo who so me centralized so me well organized as against acephalous for no obia rule the compound no nti recognition ya dem ma wo mu no and them ma Mamprisi for nya more education no mo call wo mu anim nti independence time no mo kuta more education akrache for papa nti omo kokodi MPP for che Northern People's Party omo nuanem na LLM Asante for no mateme ho nti kusasi for na 75% no hu say ye no sa yanko school nkrofo yesisi ye ene yenso yanko support ko ame nkroma CPP
okay
no mo so de wo ho bo nkroma to mo win ni wie no mo ka kire nkroma say ne ye win dia ye gi ye konwa and Nkrumah Dema, but not on silver platter. Nkrumah set up the Afari, Opoku Afari Commission of Inquiry. No, who's assassinating your media? No, the Mao. A chile case in the Kwaya could do Supreme Court here, who say, you for the Kusasi for the Nemum, Obi a wedding was so pay almost 200 years. Now, Cassa, no, sorry, no, Fadi, and you would have Manu and Pacha, easy, and easy, sir. What I say, Kusasi, no Mamprisi programming opinion. Now you come back to the African contester. French, English for indirect rule na maka ho asem na eno ano. By and large, baby bi ombe hu society ya well organized do ho ba won no move on. Nti Ghana by 1990 Hugh Clifford Constitution, by 1925 Goggisberg Constitution, and then na Goggisberg launched a Africanization policy. Okay. Buri Botanical Gardens, Takrade, Harbour, Kwelebu Teaching Hospital, which is the second biggest hospital in Africa, only to Soweto Hospital. Abroni ne simaye. What you say?
Yeah.
And tina ye kwa yenim and schools kokep ko su kwahwe. Ebu e kire Achimota school. Na no so abem Prempeh College and then ya ekeka ho. All because omo tete na yeduru mra yetumi anya ye ho a na wo mu ekọ. And no nam so omo policy no omo dey as I find indirect rule. Into omo ba ha na ye kakra bi.
Okay.
Now when you go to South Africa and East Africa, na sase ne ye fine. Some matran South Africa kakra ko Kenya mo ne ade a East Africa mo e ho no wo wada na eye pa
I see.
Land no so enye easy
Okay.
wo mo ye what you call settler colonialism abrofo no ba so be settle ho nti yanuanu ma bibifo no mo tutuo kum won say ya anti sam mo apepepe
kum abrofo no
mo kuma bibifo
mo kuma bibifo
because mo hu ye say ye rodents unim rodent
no
kasane we say when you rodent would you idea more on baba say idea na friend would like enkrantia ne nkusie nti omo hu before say enkrantia ne nkusie no omo kuen say English for ya ne German for omo kuen ya just to get land for themselves and omo fa yen sase ni nyina nti na wo say Rastafarians no omo use Mandela ni photo no Mandela ba wanye won asase ama wo de no ho bebo abrofo no omo so protect no
okay
na in reality ko South Africa before ni asase da wo be ko ho no Joburg airport ho it is celebratory. There's nothing African about South Africa apart from poverty, endemic poverty among the blacks. Nti ya ka bibini di anko no Kwame Nkrumah.
But so is that the reason why recently there was a news to say omo pamo omo a influence asene so abra omo compensate omo there was a news
and abrafo ne so indoctrinate won so omo hu omo nuanuma bibifo omo ma no omo hu won say ye nipa bonefo na broni de say worship no and mo omo tu say so kuye da bia no omo educate won say honam ne ye fita we broni na wo ba nyame efiri ho akokọ sa na the more we tuntum te say medie owu a say ye ku and ye settler colonialism. Now come to the French speaking countries. France for what adwen say all their colonies in Africa no a part of France into a overseas France. Entino we are Ivorian, Senegalese, Guinean, Burkinabe, Malian, Mauritanian. You are also a citizen of France. Enti omo election ya no France no metropolitan France no omo constituencies ewa ha.
Okay.
So it means that omo amba so omo be ya no omo akọ aha ye one property. Enti tamo saje fu Dr. Kwame Nkrumah bae na obebia bibifo ani no. Na omo hu say French fo no hu say omo ya ho hwe enye 1945 Second World War and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Yes, so be okuta colony no onyemu. Nti esa Britain and France ejai won colonies mu. And when 2 years later me a political party wa Ghana UGCC. Nti French fo who said no send you omo nom eyifo no. Burkina ne Ivory Coast no. Omo jai kwa ohia na ebeka won. In fact, they are among the 7 richest countries in the world. The moment ombe jai won colonies mu Africa at the moment no ombeko 23rd ebeba be yes a third world country.
I see.
Internet so almost so modern. So the ploy they used was that omo some Nkrumah independent 1957 pair and omo free all their colonies e catch on say ye de fa hudie bi be mamo na mo menye real fa hudie ye no more governors mbenya president. Nti politically nkrofo be who say you are ruling the people and economically still
na ye
in charge nti mo ambeti ase no mo nyina mo sign and no mo nyina sign only one country voted no, Guinea. Because se kutura adam for ne Kwame Nkrumah. Nti the following year after Ghana's independence 1950 the Guinea for independence now do you know what they did to Guinea?
No.
Adan bia wo mu hobi omu ko bubu no colonial buildings ni na.
Look at that.
Habo no omu yi ni nyina afi wo de omu ships kwa railways omu tutu ni nyina
abropa.
So Nkrumah was forced to give them £10 million.
Oh, okay. So that explains the Ghana-Guinea
Mali Union.
Ghana-Guinea Mali.
No, so this is to rebuild the country.
Oh.
The same thing I know they kwa Burkina Faso kulungugu. See, there must be no border between brothers. Okwaka Ghana ne kwa yi Burkina albumwa kulungugu bomb episode ho na kiye kunu no. And now, yes, sir, Abrofo by time Kwame Nkrumah. So now you understanding African politics there. As a Bruni be a time. And a Ghana house of French for country Britain was a mistake in a more yes, a mapping Magana, Ghana, Korea, Mukolani say, Akayina Beko. I don't see I am mistake. We had internal independence. I'm almost saying just delay them. And Mateme won after 1951 election by Ashanti Memuno. And Ashanti for any deal. Abrofone na tenas in the most well organized people in Ghana. Yen you so on yefan delay Ghana's independence. Intina Abrofone na finance one. You use the Ashantis to finance and cause confusion in the country. Delay independence, mine all their products much as possible, because when you are mistaken every.
Oh my God.
Inti besi no one santini yo so commando nyani papa kura. Now we have this kwa command see KNUST, one of the finest universities in the world. Now what the amount? No, we see for Anokye teaching hospital. What the wo come for Anokye din the atos one friend government hospital. Now amamo National House of Chiefs headquarters NC Asante hinifie. Boneba na papa ni beti indoctrinate wawa just to ensure that they will be against Nkrumah, and to the extent that they are against Nkrumah. And Ashanti is in the middle of Ghana. It formed an empire, a very well organized society. So when they are against you, your government will fail. Even today, government be aware how to deal with Ashanti. The government will fail immediately because that's one region. About 3 regions say Oti region, part of it Yomudia. Eastern region. About half of it, Omodia. It's a region, new job in capital. No, me Asante for Korea Asante. And I have Asante. Part of bonus Asante.
Yes.
And Asante itself. It is if you don't know how to deal with them, you destabilize the country. And more so being in the middle of Ghana. I woman you nominate the Gomba for. Any man prissy for how pa. What I say, no, na Britain for
nominate the Gomba and
then going to France, Abra Guinea years are there, no. And my French colony see him say, hey, you could do one more chia. Ya home bachelor in Tiana join France. So they formed an association like Communauté Africaine Occidentale, Community of French West Africa. And no money French for year one. And by 1960, ya do one fa who dear Emma won. Into what is a Burkina Faso? Omo first president Feni Yamiogo, Ivory Coast first president Hofua Boanye me Pachao, and independence biya. And how come say you see economy no French for SM? Best in ne call cry ye. We call on the phone. Your taxi at France in any French speaking country. And almost sports stadium now near African Cup. Come no French government there.
Okay.
It is a winning mobile so Ghana was a good. Now every course the Omo say Air Cote d'Ivoire. Me pacho Air Cote d'Ivoire is the West African name for Air France. Into pilot in the 99% ya bro for the biame furubina make and all the French speaking countries, any central bank is a Ghana or Bank of Ghana, ya ye try a CD no, and Nigeria for Naira. Me pacho wo music and ya trust CFA. A currency for French Africa. And you know, almost National Bank no of France, Abrofona Shosuni ye 2 hours before 2 hours. And almost export to be France near Mamakakra. I feel what you're saying. Be France. And say we are Ghanaian in out and also Ivory Coast, where you found Pedro no both in Pacho man in one deal. Ivory Coast a mine year. French government in the property. Into France of one actually nipo be the president ni nipo be minister ni nipo be MP. You discussing over France. Unlike
that reflective.
Now reflecting and say you did nikata anymore so I from had one come.
That is interesting.
What you say?
Yeah.
In the case of Ghana, a revolution is not suitable because country ni ya dia. Ghana no a country mine. 1957 ya je fa hudi nanka matem ho fo ne say matem fo je bi dan kwam wonu masema mo ka che Ghana fo enka Queen Elizabeth tiri no kura dey yesika wo mo ye nkoso naso because obufusa Nkrumah team baba aba daso say ye dada wo mo nya wo mo fault won sema me no wo ka ne sisi so mo bebre ni me fe na wo te ase
yeah and the feedback I'm getting now man force we nyante ase wo ho
very good. In the case of Ghana you don't need the revolution because country ni ye yadia and a constitution. In the case of Burkina Faso or Cote d'Ivoire, you need a revolution because country need a so bronism.
That's so clear. That's so clear. That's so clear.
It is a revolution. It been a Sankara at the buy around 1983. What the buy so OJ Thomas Sankara edge or minor a free abrofunism.
Yeah.
And almost who say the moment of mine be free one semuno or here be can nti omo pe kwan bi so a ekum no at 1987-88 wo ya yekum papa no aha ana o man is abedi French for nsem biom e babedi wo wie no ana ne nam so a brantie we nso aba maybe now obi no de ebinim ta so de sada e beto we so mesramo nkroma fra bruche beduru Ghana no ya wo 1909 to 1947 no san bae no na say he was about 39 to 40 years so no say very youthful. Inti ya nkofo kase se wo di leadership ni ma youthful person o mind no eyeye. Mr. Go back to the background of the person.
Good.
And Nkrumah was very well educated with about 3 master's degrees
at the time
he came to Ghana and was doing his PhD.
Good.
Into Obewe na Lincoln University at the man so ye president wunya kwa church na ye de ma opreko ye de ma. In the case of Ibrahim Traore, he completed the University of Ouagadougou. And apart from omo history onim ani ahohiahia omo efam no he's also very well informed. He knows political science, economics and sociology. And men fa you to be what Ghana and cotton say kwen bias yenye say you to no project because educational background because education is everything. Because education yes wako JHSC be wako SHSC be wako university so every what am I saying? I'm to one nimnia oh yeah. I know I say with the choices I've got in the saying mayor. Tamwa French for who say mine free one some Sankara time. I know this idea way by sa insurrection jihad no. Nti omo said na ma nkramofo no empower when ma won sika just to destabilize the country. Ebesi ende. Timesra, we don't need the revolution. We need the democracy. The Burkina Faso people need a revolution. Now, mom, idea yes, free one and say if it is a landlocked country, Burkina Faso is one of the poorest countries in the world. Very poor. Mpacho Ghana, yanya poor country. Nasa our country way almost a desert. No more supply Ghana tomatoes. Nesisiano. One more to my experiment here who says wheat. Would you anyway ye? Why? Now you are Russia Ukraine war by no. So the whole world 2 countries in the produce wheat, especially Ukraine. A ma flour no work also everywhere in the world. No. You see, ohia ma dwendwen and you infante for baby. Ohia ohia so ohia kawa. Na ma wo dwenia na wo free mu. Ghana de ohia na kan no. Ya nweni oni edasutim. Burkina hunyansa. Yes, Burkina hunyansa say na da na free akoto flour. Every your friend say Ukraine. Na sem tokwa ba ho na ma flour bo akosoro Africa ho. What is the solution? Na agric agric university no 19 omo ko school. Omo hu say sa abibimam ho wo dua wheat eyeye. Now Burkina Faso is going to supply wheat to the whole West Africa. Just 2 years of Traore. 2 years of Traore. And a second Burkina so every abrofo na edi won so no. Won Britain for time on mu di yeso no. Wonim say na any factory ba kokra wa ho. Ye na abrofo no omo ni factory ba ko. Raw materials no. Omo extract ya. No omo de ko. Na omo de kwa no ma kwaya finished product na ye de aba. Nti da bia wo be hu bibini ade no cocoa raw material na wo hu broni dia chocolate de pa. Nti wo sa adwe no na Nkrumah besesa no complete SC factories ni bibia wa. Nti time you too no you have to go back no mo for so government na ba na dada omo tonton bibia say bibia say adwuma na ya bind dia wo de say individuals Ghana for say be say hey, abaya juma say na nya ya idea. And wo di ma individual nya nipa na be ya juma ho. Ya wo Ghana Telecom. Nkrumah time yetumi hwe so abeduru Kofo time. Na Kofo aton. na yɛtɔn wi aka sɛ because I ya ban de enti ntumi hwɛ so na from 1960 na nipa no ɛyɛ no ada ne yɛtumi hwɛ so abɛbɛduru wo time the year 2000
ɛna wo na aba abɛto
VR ɛnya ban de ada ne tumi yɛ adwuma Bank of Ghana nya ban de secondary schools ni universities ni hospitals nya ban de ada na ɛwura adibia di income bebre no se enye no waton ama broni enampo de ne ya no sa abrofo no watrek bi o mu de se edin no ate se na MTN na wodin bi Ariba unim trek o mu ye you see o mu ba first o mu se first 5 years or so no if no mbe sample adena hwe nti se tax waivers we tax in it nti omba ya epia sika ne de agu won bottom saa time no dure so omba be start to ya tax pe no mo se ko omo kro maton company no mo change we no mo de amani pa for
MTN MTN
listen so ba ko crowd said tell us I bet take you over from Vodafone I hear the same
from one touch to them
sa no mo de fa ye sika and things like this no Traore ninyina no so okay na wasua ade nso ahu se enkroma anko IMF to me build in man general champion anko IMF operation feed yourself just rely on yourself hwe as I see we won ne nyame se na nyame bo no onfa 1 inch kura nka ho biem ana fa hodie so anyame de ba no nyo no protect o nti sa what yesisi a no wahu so hwe na obi be fa wo nomu a obompai 24 hours a day nyame wanyo. So learn to protect your freedom and to protect your land. Anna ya kane hunu so hwe na abrantie yesua ni na together with evangelism PLO Lumumba mo say ni anyame de ma wo no wo hwe no so aso yi you won't go there to collect money. Now by ya Ghana mine to send your kufa de ye Ghana me mo na chi o me kanokre say wontumi hwa wo man so ya na wo ye budget na wo de budget na koma wo mu abrofo no mo ama usika a would to your workers to support the budget and you come me already 91 years was mo betuma rule Ghana because at the moment you need bia edem faso ba na ya bisa kwa ufo na o me business o mo kwaji loan so the year business am fan tompabo am fan tatare because I'm fa income ma am fan television and money them for income be amreno or invest sani abaya within a year or two no to your loan back now or sign economy nti bedru another time the best form of television or better because of the one any sika and a data the best form of shirt and no better the one any sika ya de no loans akufo ade jeje ina akufo jeje ina Rollins Jijina, yam fabia investment beer, near the no returns. Into the Biana what the one can now can a surana airport. She said at independence and I can't say be cocoa, na raw material, not British colony, any India and Bangladesh. Until now, say, Omunu dia a you ho due to her, and he said, cocoa no, cocoa bag no, factory no, India. Any Bangladesh. Nti na say ma wo mu foreign exchange. Na cocoa na so wo Ghana. Nti the bag na the bag to create jobs over there. Near the bags na ba near the cocoa na gumu ha near the kone akoton. Nkoma ba ya na obi a state farm so we jura. And obi a factory no jute factory no wo Kumasi. Nti now you don't need to spend dollars to go and buy jute. When him say Ghana for close factory ni down. Nti before say wo beto cocoa no MPP chairman, NDC secretary, so that wo contract $50,000 why, wo $10,000 why. No wako crowd but now what the word there account. Wo factory nesi wo. Inti there be a CMB before you begin buying cocoa from the farmers. Ne ka there were millions of dollars just because of cocoa bag no edigun. Now we and wahanka you create jobs for Ghanaians. Only a problem. I notice that what person would take Traore as or say self-reliance to send a champion operation feed yourself. So you won't go there for anything. And he is succeeding. No more bibini or bayabino. No bieninu no men in Tiasi at Teta on your cum. Tell you no destroy Kwame Nkrumah. You destroy Lumumba. Here Gaddafi for as long as I know the abrofination. Oma Hano. The moment also about baby African Bank before Yara immediately they killed him. Mugabe for as long as I know the moment the moment assassins or JJ one say No, there may be before, no, they called him a different name and then overthrew his government. And Bibini Brofuni president, then you have a problem. Bibini bi obedi akonyache. Te say Rollins some bobutu, hofua buanye, mo. Then you have a problem with your people because Brofuni power system now we know. How won crofon na bua won. It benefits and so factory beer we're gonna be a Rollins in a begunu. Say beer. Na ba kumye bi te say Ghana terms of kufo ba beton e. It is a banner they are always very happy. Na mom te say Mahama abeya waji international mines kase bi wo western region then they start watching you. Say akonya obe high empire o. Ghana is one of the world's leading producers of gold. First 3 or so. Africa number 1. We need gold refinery. Nti what do gold as raw material now they are call mu ho. Wo mo refine wie na sa what the 100 na kwa na say aka 20 adan na wo beka. Nti the moment you try to set up a gold refinery they will be angry with you. Nti nia papa yi na ne aboa no nso ene say wo hu say what the ho bo Russia for they give you all the technology, they give you education. And Russia, all because Russia is a self-sufficient country.
Yeah.
It is the only country in the world that they can survive for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And they are not competing with Africa.
Yeah.
In the case of Europe and China, they are competing with us because they are not self-sufficient. In the case of America, Europe, who say, "Ye be afako." Na mom say wo basoro dia ene wo ba be hawo ene the competition so about France and Italy in term on say Italy supports Burkina because Italy and France ene boss wo Europe and France I shoot to up all because omo melke be before Italy for enya bi nye nti say omo time France just that nti say bibi ni say nyina bom pa e Traore.
I see.
Even though it's a revolutionary government but omo history na kire say enye ordinary coup d'etat. She said omo aye omo currency omo aduane omo bibia omo ye omo they don't rely on France.
So yeah Brenna aye but then so in such instance no to say the ye nyina ye hu no say e bia ekokoba say the attack na from the Western authority no etumi etenoa. Does it mean said the why comes to a halt and then the country reverses?
So, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Because out of God created 2 men for Africa, Mandela and Nkrumah, you destroyed your own. The moment na wobe katino no wa many na nia hu say ya ukwa villages no a uko hu block down now bro sana complete kama bi village bi na sikani bi na esio wantimi adenta owu kwamu owu